Season 1, Episode 5. I'm Sulgan, I'm Swedish, and we are live again with this Let's Play Together. It's Minecraft. It's Minecraft Bedrock. It is survival, and we have spawned in a fairly interesting location down to the water side on this side. When we sort of started exploring, we found this sort of hollow part of the mountain, and I just made a decision. Let's make a big, epic mountain base. So we have been live for about 6 hours into this game. We haven't had very much time looking for diamonds and doing any sort of exploration. So we are stuck with some iron tools and mostly actually using stone tools. So yes, that's a little bit sad. But we are not sad, because today I think it's time to start to work on our pathing. We have a path going down to the water side, where we also have started to build on an entrance to what I refer to as the mine. I also think that we should most likely, let's bring some stone with us this time. Most likely we will also need to do a lot of terraforming to make sure we have a pathway going up and down the mountain. And when I say up and down the mountain, obviously I mean coming up and down to this mountain base. So we also, let's just check, do we have, yes, we have a fresh axe. We need to ensure that we have enough wood, so we need fuel. I'm currently using birch wood for fuel, so that's why the oven isn't currently operational. And I think this could be an epic location, actually. And I have never built a mountain base. I haven't built many bases, to be honest, because I'm fairly new at this. But I wanted to build something that will look amazing as well as being functional. So if we want trading, I don't want to build like a big, ugly, classical one block, one gap, one block, one block trading hall, because that's, I mean, it's very functional, but I'm not sure I think it's that pretty, to be honest. So if we want a fisherman trader, we want that in this, what's in the beginning is going to be the Fisherman Hut. So I just started building a house there. So that's more of a standard, typical type of house design. Somewhere where I have my marker currently is the entrance to the mine going this way. So we need to sort of terraform and make some nice type of, I think, S-curve down to here, because then that pathing, we can connect that to the fisherman. But that S-curve needs to end also into the mine. But we are about 20 levels up and not even 20 levels out. So to make that work, I think we both need to do some S-curving. And with doing that, we probably need to sort of create some, what should we call it? Create some artificial mountainside. So we probably need to create our own custom mountain for that. And to make that work, I think we just need to accept that we probably need to do some classical steep stairing going down. But I don't think necessarily that needs to look bad. It's just preferably I would want to have one coherent path going down the mountain. But it's too steep. We don't have enough room to work with, I think. So, and we can always redo, because I mean, hello, it's Minecraft. It's part of what we do. We build, we tear down, we rebuild. So, and a lot of these trees we are currently sort of chopping down is something that I have planted, because we spawned into this typical major birch tree location. I think I forgot to turn something off, because we don't want to hear those type of plings into our stream. But hopefully it's Sunday, it's gonna be okay. I think it's the email. Sorry if you could actually hear that pling. So I think what I'm trying to say that many of these trees are temporarily. It's a solution to ensure that we are supplied with wood while we are building. And as soon as we don't need this much wood at this specific location, we can start to take away some of this excessive planting of trees. But I think also if we need to do a little bit of where are you? I can hear you. A little bit of terraforming. Here's some fuel as well. I think it's time to start to clear this entire hillside from any trees, so we actually have a clear view on what we are working with, because it's very hard currently to get some overview and some understanding. Where should we go? Where should we not plant any trees? And that's the entrance to the mine. And we have reached my diamond level, so minus 57 we are walking on, and we are by that mining 56 and 57. So I think that should be okay for diamond, right? But we have just spent one tour down there with some few stone axes and one iron axe with us, just in case we were actually gonna hit a diamond ore. But no, we didn't, unfortunately. So we are stuck with currently some iron tools. And I died last time. I died twice. I even think I died 4 times, but I actually died 2 times at the same time. So we had a zombie standing here, knocked us down into the head of a creeper that exploded immediately when we spawned. Because I have a spawn location, because I have a bed in here. We actually had a creeper standing by the chest where we spawned. So we just exploded straight away into our, like, second kill. And that was both a little bit embarrassing and, of course, hilarious. Because we don't play this game and get sad if we die. This is not, this is how I survived 1 million days in hardcore type of series. Because, to be honest, I love watching Minecraft. I love watching most of everything on YouTube. But I've seen that so many times now. This is my 100 days in hardcore. This is how I survived 500 days in hardcore. And I mean, you could play this game very carefully, very slowly, with very little progress to show for day to day, and I think you could survive forever in hardcore. Maybe I am ignorant saying that, but then I can just blame it on me being not that experienced. But I think if you just want some progress, if you don't really care what's happening because you're having fun building as much stuff as possible, I think that you're gonna end up dead. Dead as Elvis. Maybe even screaming a little bit while it's happening. And I think the way we died last time was hilarious. I mean, being knocked down by a simple zombie from the, like, 4th floor into the head of a creeper that explodes to an immediate spawn into the head of a second creeper that immediately explodes and you are dead again. That's funny. That's really funny. It also keeps you humble. Tree zombie. Did you see that? He had some birch with him. And we also, as we... Oh, that's a witch. That's actually scary. I don't like them. Yeah, exactly. You ass. Time to go into some hiding. I was about to go up here to get some sleep. But now we need to deal with this witch. I think she's stuck in the water, so we should be okay to just wait out this poisoning. Brrr, yeah, I know. So we don't want to end up dead right from start. So this is going to be the Fisherman Hut. I think it's it looks fairly good already. So we had nice progress last. Sorry, just drinking some coffee. I'm Swedish and I love coffee. So I think we did some fairly good progress. Is she here? Yes, she is. That's not... Yeah, who's gonna win this battle? Yeah. Show your face and be... Wow! She actually killed us through the wall. I did not see that coming. That's not even nice. You should not be able to do that, right? She actually threw that bottle... Not through the window, but through the door. Because I had my back against that door. So she killed us through the closed door. And this is not hardcore. I feel that that was a little bit unfair, to be honest. Or maybe she was here, right? She probably just killed me through that window. So let's not blame the game, just blame the player, because apparently I messed that up. Oh well, this is gonna keep us, I say, gonna keep me humble. Die from start? Yep. That's a little bit embarrassing, but I don't mind. It's just the way it is. If you are not that... I mean, I could play this much more carefully, but I don't really care, because I think I don't have anything to sort of defend currently. I mean, look at this. We have some really, really torn... And there we have our creeper. Oh, no, let's leave that. We have some really messed up gear already. So, I think that I don't have anything to sort of be careful about. I don't want to be sloppy, because it's not that fun running back and forth, being dead all the time, but currently I don't really mind. I mean, if you haven't died for, well, forever or any time, of course that could be something you need to sort of be proud of and try not to die. But I don't feel that I have anything sort of to guard currently. So, where were we? We were waiting for daylight and we were sort of starting to clear. And I think here's where the path needs to go. And I think we probably need to ensure that we have steering here as well. It's going to be too steep. Sorting this path without stairs. I'm fairly comfortable to say that without trying. But before we make any decisions, I think it's time to ensure we get rid of all of this, and we could use this as fuel as well. So we are clearing some trees, and I'm not going to replant this yet, because now it's time to start to sort of get a feel for what are we sort of working with here. It's time to get this path sorted, because I keep running up and down, jump, 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 jump. And I mean, eventually we're going to need a path. Then that's broken. Eventually we're going to need a path. So I think we might as well get started on that project as well. It's so many projects currently. I mean, I'm building a little bit all over the place. And I think we actually need to go all the way up again, because we don't have any iron here. So, with that said, I don't want to leave any trees floating. So, let's get rid of this last tree. I can't even remember which one I were shopping at when my axe broke. Did I actually clear it? Pretty sure I actually left one log or two, so oh well, it will show itself. And I'm not here we are. That's where I were. Yep. I'm also not entirely sure if it's going to be better to actually start working on this path from below, walking up, or from the up this sort of top side, working ourselves down. So I think it's going to be better to do this from here going down. And I've already done this. So this is 3. So I think we need to start in the middle again. And then I'm going to expand this pathway. I'm going to work with 3, but we need to narrow it down to 2 and maybe even 1, because that would be plausible and I think it will look the best. So if we actually say, let's step down from here. So we have 1, then we have 1, and apparently we broke that. That means, and this is confusing because we haven't made any decisions yet. 1, 1. 3, 3. Probably gonna go 2, 1, 1, 2. This is gonna be bad, I think. Now I'm not actually gonna care if we are sort of, I mean, we can't do a pathway looking this, but I want to sort of ensure I get a fairly good look at it first. So we said 1, then we have 2, then I would probably want to do 3 here to make a little bit of softer curving. So 2, 1, 2. Should we go, preferably we would want to go into 3 then, but I don't think that's ever going to be possible, because then we would end up with from 3 to 2 to 1 to 1 to 2. Let's look at that. Yes! Probably soon about time to get into a boat and start go hunting for bamboo as well, for some proper scaffolding, but we should try it this way and see if we can actually get a feel for it. So we have this, it should curve. It's hard to see as it's stepping down, but so 2 to 1 to 1, no, 2 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 2 to 1 to 1 to 2. I think that could work. So to make that work, I think probably around here, we need to sort of build a custom mountain, probably going all the way up to this height, to sort of ensure that we have more of a flat ground to work on part of this sort of incline and decline. Otherwise, it's just going to be too many levels covering while turning, while going up and down. It will be eventually just be one large big S of slabs and stairs, and I don't think that's going to look anything like we want. One way could, of course, be to go all the way back here and then start on like an S-curve to have more of the mountain to work with. But I think if we can pull this off, then we are here somewhere. That means when we are curving back on the S, we will end up here. And when we are here, we are at that location, and that's where we want to be. So I think we just need to leave it here for now. And then we're gonna sort it as we build it. But currently, this is what we have. So which means if we have 2 here, I'm actually gonna clear this. We can have 3 here. Then we can have 2 there. And then we're gonna go 1 level. Then we have 1. 1. Where we're at. 2, 1, 1, 2. Maybe we can actually pull this off without stairs as well. That would be amazing. 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, and then maybe stairs going down here. But I mean, here it's really flat. So here we have something to work with, and here is not. And here we have almost nothing to work with. But I think a custom sort of mountainside here could actually look amazing. And if we do that, then we need to sort of decide where we will need that the most. Because, I mean, here we are. You can hear a lot of zombies. So there are probably some hollow space inside here somewhere. I mean, here we are sort of dropping down very quickly. And here's going to be a sort of... Here's going to be the hardest part, because this is sort of the edge of the S. And I think that's going to be the hardest to work with if we have a lot of incline-decline, which means we probably want to have this as much on the same level as possible. Because that means when we are coming back here, we will be like on that level. That level, almost. Which means then we can save it with a staircase. and then curve it back. We're gonna end up with stairs. That means somewhere down this side we're gonna need mountains, but I'm not entirely sure, and I don't want to spend all that stone, because if we delete the stone, if we need to sort of take away a lot of the stone, because we don't have silk touch as we know, we will lose the stone. So let's do this, I think, with dirt. That's going to be the most logical thing. So I think here we have 3 and here we have 3. So here we will be okay going down 1 level. We can pull that off. That's going to be no problem. And by sort of... I'm not going to care about this for now, because anything besides the path we can always sort with trees and plantations and some walls and some custom mountain, and I mean, yeah, we could probably much fix anything, I think, if it's just for like let's say an area for 10 times 10 block. But an entire mountainside, you can't fix that after we have built the path. It's gonna be too hard. And it's turning dark again. So I think if we come here, we could probably drop, but I think I would want to keep these on the same level, because 1, 1 gonna look strange if it's not on the same. So from 1 we go to, this should be a 2 if we are dropping 1, 1. So 1, 1, 2, and then this is gonna be 3, and this is actually not 3, but this is gonna be 3. So we are already at the wrong location, right? Then we can go to there. Let's keep that there for now. And just to immediately know what we are doing, I'm gonna actually paint, so to speak, on the outside of this thing. Like that. And to sort that, I will need block there, and then I'm gonna sort of paint on the outside of this. And here comes the skelly. I'm playing this a little bit careful. Probably time to go to bed. It's gonna be quicker to just jump up, go to bed, come back. But I need to remember what we actually was doing. So we have 3 there. So let's just finish this and probably go to sleep. That's gonna be 3, and that's gonna be 3, and then we are curving, right? And we actually have some progress already. It looks much better. And as we actually have some dirt now, we sort of got ambushed by a creeper, as you could probably tell. So it's time to finally put this hole back to its original state. And I can't really remember exactly, and I don't even have any more. So yeah, F you. We need to make some progress on this as well. It's so many projects. I love it. I think that's both upside and downside. I'm not even sure what I'm trying to say. I think the upside about sort of launching so many projects at the same time is that we will not run out of stuff to do. And it's going to be impossible to get bored. Because, I mean, we don't even have... We have so much to do, and so little resources already. So let's make a real one of those and another. I think we can keep that. This is what we are currently using at. So we should replant a lot of the saplings as well, but I'm currently actually, and we should use up the seed on the outside, and I think that's going to be ready when we wake up. Let's get rid of the logs. I'm still want to sort of have the dirt with us. I'm gonna use the stones. We need to start that, but probably not just yet. And let's do like that. And it's time to go to bed. So, and drink coffee before it gets cold. Coffee. So we are cooking iron and we are cooking stone. Perfect. And let's go on. Let's leave the iron here just in case we die. So, where are you, Mr. Enderman? Because there you are. I'm gonna leave them for now. I don't want to waste time because we need. I mean, the problem also with me sort of launching this many sort of simultaneous projects is that we are not finished anywhere. We are like all over the place currently. And I think just for the sake of it, we should probably try to spend some time actually getting something ready. So, well, that's going to be 2. That should be 3, 3. And then we are curving back. So this is 3. And then we have this on 1 level. So let's just expand this to 3. And then I think it's time to start to raise this, right? Let's not... I will try not to go more than... Because if we add slab here, we want to be able to step here, which means we probably need to start to raise this immediately. So if this is 2, then... So by doing this, I think I have an idea actually. So this is middle now, so we know where we are. And this is 2, so we can go 1 down here. That means that we are here. So let's just build this into one quiescent level first. So, I can't even remember if we were, I think we are. Let's see if we can find that out. 2, is that another 2? Or is that the 3? No, that's 1, 1, 2. Which means if that's 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. So this, oh, this is a 2, this is a 1, this is a 1. And this is a 2. This is a 1, but then this can't be a 2. Should be over here, right? I'm gonna actually start to delete this now. So, and we are gonna run into problems because we are erasing this. This was probably then, because I mean, this is 2, 1, 1, no, yeah, 2, 1, 1, 2, and this was a 3, there even. So I'm not sure where I'm going with this, because it's not even in the same location. Maybe just redo the whole thing. So let's decide that we are on a... I think we should be here. Yeah, I know this might look a little bit messy, but I think it's important to get it right. So we are going outwards as well. So this is probably a 1, and that's the 1. Right? That means this is gonna need to be a block. So that's the 1, but this, so this is gonna be the path, and this is gonna be the path. So that's the 1. That means we should be able to drop with 1, 1. Then we can drop to 2 here. You see, we're gonna build a lot of mountains. It's gonna be fun building a custom mountain. I've never done that. Or custom mountain side is probably a better explanation. So with some slabs, this is gonna look good. So we are sort of curving now. So we have the 2. That's probably 1, 1, 2, but I'm gonna leave it 1 here so we can fix that here instead. Then we have the 2. 1, 1, 2. And let's just curve this directly into a 1. Ouch. I think that needs to be a 1. And we're eating flesh, because I don't have time to fish currently, even if we're going to do a little bit of fishing. So this needs to be a 1, which means this needs to be a 1. Right, so 2, 1, 1. Then we can go... Hello, why are you not putting down any blocks? So, this can go to a 2, and I think we should probably be okay then. Don't want to be pushed down by spider. To actually drop down again. I'm not sure if we actually gonna... Yeah, we made that jump. Pull this off from a level standpoint, so it's gonna need stairs. And I think we are... Yeah, I don't think I want to go steeper down, because it's gonna look bad with the slabs. That means that we are here, right? Don't mind all the dirt. I'm gonna fix this with dirt and, of course, stone later on. So from 2 we are dropping down to the 3, like this. It means that we should be on... We can drop again here to 2. Then we can drop to a 1, but I don't want to double drop on 1, because I think that's gonna be also hard to sort of pull off. So we have 1, 1, and this is, I think, where we probably need to make the decision: will we fix this curve without stairs? And I don't think so. So if we come here on 2, I think it's gonna be better to just... We just need to come to terms that we're gonna need stairs here. So let's see what happens if we actually build a staircase of dirt. I'm not even sure if I have enough dirt. And I think actually I don't want to do a stair that's 3, I think. It's gonna be too wide. No one would spend that much wood just for a pathway, I think. Maybe. But let's keep it in the middle, because then we can decide to do 1 or 2 or even 3. But if we add it to the edge, no. So 3, and then stair, 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 stair. And then we're down again, right? And that's only 4 levels. And I think that could actually... Or should we go all the way down here? That's a lot of stairs. I think we could actually pull that off. It will look fairly good. And I think it's time to start to do the cows. We should start working on an enchantment room straight away to get that fortune 3 as soon as we hit diamond. So that means we actually should have at least, I think, a 3 path. And I don't want to be sort of fooled with this. I don't want to fool myself that that's actually the path. So I think we should have at least 1 that's straight. That means we can go into a 2 here. Then we drop from the 2 to a 1, but let that 1 be on the same level. Then we drop that into 2. Then we drop that. No, we don't. Of course, we should drop that into 2. And then we are too close to the mine. Crap. So currently we need another step. So this is gonna be a 3. Then I'm gonna just drop that into a 2. 1. Let's get rid of that. 1. Not sure if we gain that much, to be honest. 2. Should we really... Do we need another stair here? Just So would it make sense to have like a big stair straight down there to the mine? But I think it could actually make sense. So that means if we are sort of curving this, maybe we should just make a path down there. Forget about the mine here. We can sort that with stairs, right? So 2. Because that would be in work area. So from 2 to... Well, let's do that. I want to play with that idea. Well, then we have 3. Then we have another 3. Then we should... Probably... Should we curve? Let's continue this. This is probably gonna look like crap, but it's only one way to find out. 2. So we're building Bedrock Survival. It's just a few hours into this world. We decided to immediately start to build a fairly end game type of design for what's going to be a Fisherman Hut. And then on that, I'm gonna go to sleep. Sorry, I have had the bed there for the first 3 hours, but we actually moved it into where it should be. So I think this is going to be a good house when we are done with it. And it's a fisherman, so we need to build some more wooden decks and some pathways and stuff like that. But currently that's what we have. But this has nothing, even if it's the best looking house currently of what we have managed to build so far, it should have nothing to do with the main base. But the main base is on top of the mountain. And that's also why I just made the decision. It's time to start to get some progress on our pathway, because we spend so much time running up and down the mountain that might as well start to do that without having to like spend all our time jumping. And if we do that, probably need to take away all this if it doesn't work. You have a hat on yourself. There he is. He didn't reach us. Thank you for the food. Yeah. So we've hit 3 to 2. So let's just curve this. We are ready to reach ground level, I think. If we can do this with just one stair, I would be really happy, actually. So we go from 2 to 1 and to a 1, and then we need to fill all of this in. Of course, I don't want to leave anything hollow. So 1 1 1. But this can like be an ongoing project, of course. So as soon as we have cleared something while doing terraforming, because all of this water needs to go as well, then we have enough dirt to start to fill it in. We're gonna fill it in. Here, it's gonna, and I think I just used up my last dirt block with that. So 1 1 2, 1 1 2, then 3. I'm actually gonna steal from this just to see where we are. 3, and then we reach ground here. And that ground would work with where we would end up with this as well. Because if it's no, that we don't need, because this is ground level, right? So when we are here, this is going to be ground, and then we can use this to go into that. Okay, I like it. This could actually work. It is not insane amount of mountain that would be needed for this. This would be stairs. That would be, could probably just add them, just to remind us what we are doing. Do we have any spruce? Nope. We have a few spruce logs, and we can always get more. So let's get some stairs as well. Gonna definitely need the slabs, but I want to work with oak slabs as well. Oh, now we have more dirt. Thank you. Oak, oak. So I'm gonna leave this and this and this like that. Oh, look at that, 47 saplings. Yep. Let's not get distracted. So, if we come here on the path with the slabs, we will be able to just run straight up to it. And then here is actually not dirt, it's wood. 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 And this looks like crap. But if we can just ensure that we know where the path's gonna be, that's not actually right. I don't like that actually. I think I messed up. Because if this is a 3, this drop is too steep. Crap. Which means we are 1 block off. But I could get away with leaving this as a 2. Which means if we do like this, okay. Let's start over. So, wood. That's better. So, come from the path, we jump, then we have the path, and then it turns steep. So we could probably work something out here with like a wooden deck or something. We could have like a little bit of a, maybe even a bench. That could look cool. Then we need to go all, this looks strange, right? No, that's right. Then we have a 2 to 3 to 2 to 1 to 2 to 1 1 to a 2 to a 3 and so on. That means to make this work, this should be mountain all around here. So I'm just gonna use up some of this dirt so I don't have to chop away a lot of the. So let's say that just for sake of it, this is gonna be the hard. I can hear them below us. There are some zombies somewhere here. Wonder where. Like that. And this is not the path, so let's get rid of that distraction. So they're down here somewhere. It sounds like that at least. So now if we keep running like this, you see this could be stone. This should be a stone wall. Then we should sort of construct some sort of custom, I think, mountainside. And that could also be like a never-ending ongoing project for us. As soon as we have some stone we can spare, we can start sort of continue working on this mountainside. But that also means we need to, as long as we have sort of the top side of this done, then it's functional. Then we can run at it. Run at it, on it, I think it's probably better. So just to know that, we should try to decide by using the dirt, because it's much cheaper and faster and easier to get rid of the dirt later on. Because if we can get the dirt to look okay, it will most definitely work with stone. At least that's what I'm thinking. And I think that's a very sort of steep, even if that's the path, probably makes more sense to, we're not gonna leave it like this, obviously. We need to work with 3s, and so if this is a 2, then this is a 2, too much 2s here, and this would work, because this is a 3. And then we're probably gonna end up with some more dirt. Yeah, This is just a big blob of dirt currently. But we are closer and closer into actually having a working pathway. Because this is where we currently made. So that's a 2. We could probably, because this is a 1-1. I'm going to steal this. Probably the worst block to take. Just to tell me when I look from this side that this could be a 3. And if the path is turning, this should be a 3 as well. And it's very stupid of me to take dirt from where we still need it. But it's so easy to forget. Because now we know. That means that this should be 3. Maybe even 5. Just to have some sort of... And then... Hello, Mr. Pig. Yeah. Brr. Like this. This needs to be different levels as well, but I want to sort of sort... I'm going to put that back. I want to sort the... how steep we want it. And then I'm probably just going to make a little bit of a flatter area here. And then we can do another sort of custom mountainside. Some that will end up like 3 blocks in here. Because then they will be sort of overlapping. And I think that's going to look better. So 3 here and then... And that's 5 and it's going to continue curving. And this dirt... Because we are... just on the side of, so look at this now. If we take the stone and add that there, then a 2. I'm gonna add that to the block, and then 3, 3, 5, 3. Gonna need a lot of stone, that's for sure. 4, 5. We have something really nice going on here. That means that this should be stone. That's from a 3 to 2, so that's gonna work. Whoops, that was a really bad block. Well, I think then we need to continue that side. This is gonna work because then we go from maybe 3 in, so we can sort of build this entire custom side. It's time to go to bed already, like that. And this is, it should go like that, and I don't need to build it here, Skelly. There you are. Oh, that bow. Wonder if he drops it. Apparently I forgot to eat. There we go. So, this is going to be a custom mountainside. And that will complement both the mine entrance as well as... I mean, just by adding some stone to... Because it's so much dirt here. It's gonna look amazing. Yes. And I think we should focus later on to sort of sort the slabs. So as soon as we have slabs in the proper place here, as well as sort of the proper pathing, we can stop jumping so much. And if we don't jump, we will save some stamina. So I think just by adding like that, and probably a little bit of oak there, because that, and then as always need to sort the blocks underneath. Otherwise, you know it. That edge will disturb me forever otherwise. But I don't want to waste any. So this could be like there. Low. So we have this going for us now. There we are. Impressive. I'm gonna add that and that. And actually, and the reason why I'm using more than one color is just for some texture. Actually gonna leave that grass there, I think. And maybe this should be stone. I think this should be like a custom little stone wall. So, progress, and we need to clear. So, I think why this should be an ongoing project rather than trying to sort all of that at the same time is obvious, because otherwise I will need to spend like 2 hours straight digging up dirt, which means, of course, if I dig up dirt, I leave a hole somewhere. And then we might end up actually having to fill in that hole later on. And I don't think that's good for progress. So we need to make sure that we don't sort of spend unnecessary amount of time filling in or taking out materials that we eventually will need anyway. So I think it's time to harvest our wheat. Do we still have a hoe? No, we don't. I think we lost that when I died. No, we have a fishing pole. We have that. So I need to construct a hoe. I'm gonna do that in stone because we don't use that much. So like this. So we have one spare. Gonna need one extra of that, and because it's almost time to go underground again, hunt for some diamonds. I think we also need to continue on this. We know what we have working for us, and we need most definitely to start to gather some cows, because if we need Fortune 3, if we are really lucky when doing fishing for food and actually find that book, then we are set, of course. But I think we just need to accept that it's most likely gonna be quicker to get that enchantment, the Fortune 3, by building an enchantment room. 15 bookcases, we need to find some diamonds, and then we need to make sure that we have reached the point. So where are you? Oh, is he standing on the tree? Yes, he is. Cheeky bastard. Then of course we need to ensure also that we know where we want to build that. Come down. Let me kill you. He died. So we have 26 wheat now. That's enough to breed quite a lot of cows. We could make food for that, but no. We should focus most definitely on breeding with those. So that single one should cover 5 times 5 if I'm not entirely mistaken. So I have enough. We are actually Closer and closer to being self-sufficient on wheat, finally. Let's make some more Bell, you too. There we go. And let's make another pen. And they need something. And cows don't eat the grass, so... And probably gonna regret this later on, because I think we will probably need to work with this area somehow. But for now, let's just... We can't sort everything in one go. It's impossible. So it just has to do... This can be the cow pen. And I don't need this much fencing either. Why didn't you drop like that? And we don't want zombies to drop into our heads when we are actually feeding them. So this looks like, well, it's not pretty, but it works. And that's what we are working with currently. So I said I want to build only stuff that's working and look good. But to some, I mean, I can't be that. It has to work for now, because once we have enough leather for the enchantment, I don't think we need that much more leather. And then this is going to be destroyed anyway, because eventually we would want to have a permanent location for animals. And that's not it. So it just has to look that way for now. And I would want to find more dirt blocks as well. The stone's going to be needed up here, but we also need stone for that, what I call custom mountainside that we just started constructing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, that's going to be enough. That we also started constructing on the way up. So probably need to find enough fuel so we can start smelting as well. Otherwise, we just have to start to use the coal, what we have found so far. And now we also need to find some cows so we can start to breed them for leather. As soon as we have 15 bookshelves, so we need sugar canes for paper as well. That's going to be fairly quick, but might as well just go get some. So then it's time to find some quick way. We can either probably smelt a lot of stone. That would be a quick way to get some quick XP for levels, because I mean enchantment is really experience heavy. I mean it could be like 9 levels, 19 levels, and I mean we need to be level 30 as well just to be able to actually get that first. I almost forgot, so I need to stop not caring if we die, because now we need level 30. I totally forgot that to unlock that enchantment levels, the level 3 for the enchantment table, we need level 30. And if I keep killing ourselves, then we will never reach level 30, and then we can't do the enchants. And I don't think we're going to be that lucky or want to spend that much time fishing. There we go. Hello. So we will probably just need to come to terms with that. The only way we will reach that fortune 3 once we hit diamond, and we will find diamonds if we actually try to, then we will need level 30. And I'm leaving this. I said I like the shape of this tree and as well as the location. Might need to raise a level and then kill off the tree, but for now I'm actually gonna leave it because I like the shape and the location. That's why we're not shopping that oak. Oh, and we need apples for endgame. Building an enchantment enchantment hall, a trading hall, but usually that's the enchantment hall. We're gonna need golden apples for a proper zombie curing station, and I don't want to finish that build in a couple of, I don't know, weeks and realize that I have everything but no apples. So let's not use up the apples. Be tempted to use them as food. If you find apples, save them, because you're gonna need them if you want to do a zombie curing station. And if you're not gonna spend a fortune trading with villagers early game, we also gonna need to do a lot of fishing, because fishing gives us name tags. And if you want to do a zombie curing, we need name tags, because if you don't tag your zombie, they despawn. And that's no fun, obviously. So, and I think we had a nice start on this. And if we come running here, this needs to be mountain as well. It just can't be one big dirt pile. So I think we should probably dig out to make some custom mountain on this side as well. And now I hear, over my loud chewing, I could hear a witch again. And no, this is obviously not going to look like this, but I think it's good for us to sort of start marking out the pathway. Because if we can sort the pathway, then we don't need to spend as much time jumping as we are currently doing. And I might have made a little bit of mistake. Where are you? You're scaring me as well, because this is just one. So that means we need to dig. We should dig on both sides of a path to widen it. And now we only have the opportunity to widen it one side. So I think we need to be really careful how we do that. And let's not leave hollow. I don't like that. So that means that this needs to be raised up. That needs to be a block. That should be a block. But if, and this should probably not be one, because that's 3. Where is she? Scary laughter. So that's 3. So we don't sort of destroy the shape going. That's a lot of zombies. Then we said we had the 1, so that and that should be, and that should be, and this should be, and then we should have enough. We're on you too, and we ran out of dirt. And they come, all of them. Nice. Nice of them to come one at a time. Let's remember, let's not die now, because we need level 30 as well. So that was 2. So that should probably be 2. And then we have the 1. And then we are already sort of on the 3. So this and this and then this. I'm just marking this. Let's just sort it right away. This should be a block. Now I ended up working on what I said to myself. Let's just leave it for now, but we need to ensure that we know the width. Should have the proper width on the path from start. So that might not be looking good. No, that should not be a block. And I need a shovel. So, and probably should delete that. So, oh no, they are scary. Yeah. Time to go to bed, apparently. I'm gonna skip all of them. So, So we broke our shovel. Did I place that iron? So, and there apparently we have a zombie. Shovel, there we have a shovel. So we have pickaxes, but we don't have an extra axe. So probably soon time to go actually diving for some diamonds for real. We have, I don't need that many saplings with us. I'm gonna leave the iron because we don't want to lose that. We are continuously growing our inventory on wood, which is good. We're gonna need a lot of it, especially when sort of building this sort of the mud. I keep saying the real lair, but it is the real lair. So I think it's time to go do some fishing. I'm just trying to figure out that to do that we will need to finish the Fisherman Hut. And why didn't I do that? What am I lacking? And I know that we have a lot of sand down there, but we don't have any furnaces. Oh, here they come. That's a nice welcome community. Let's get rid of this first, because it's the most dangerous one. These we can just... There you go. And that's some levels. We need fishing. And let's collect some of the saplings that has dropped when the leaves despawn. And let's check out the caves, because they're growling all over the place. No. And I think just by starting working on this path, we are sort of, yeah, it starts to look more and more like we want. It's going to be amazing when it's done, and I'm not worried about this either. It's going to look amazing as well. Might as well get rid of some of the stone I have in my inventory while I'm down here. No, we don't want this entire, but now I placed them, so I'm going to leave them for now. Because if I keep destroying... Oh, we have cows. We need to bring those with us as well. No more... Crap. No more than 3 at a time. Because we need to... This needs to be curved in. And then we have 3, which means we can get rid of some of this dirt, which means, see what I said, now we have dirt. And if we have dirt, we can continue filling in. So I'm gonna leave that as 3 and can get rid of some of this. And let's bring those cows with us straight away. Might as well. Here we have 1. Oh, we have cows all over. Nice. Come on, cowsy. Yes. Hello. Come, cowsy. Yeah. Time for you to go to your new home. Moo on you too. They are with us. Yes, 3 cows. Moo moo. I like the Minecraft cows, they're amazing. Moo, cute. Moo. Did we lose? No, we have 3. Good. And I'm not gonna lose the cows, but this is too dark. So, moo on you too. Nice of you to drop in. Bah. So, come on, stop fighting. Just one of you get in here. I hate when they do this. So, one at a time. It can't be that hard. Come on. There you go. So, Stupid, stupid cow. Now, yes. So 3 is gonna be 4. No. We don't want to leave that on the outside. So, now we are breathing. Breathing, we are not, we are breeding. Of course it's good that we are breathing as well, but I meant breeding. And apparently I ran out of wheat straight away. And I can't remember the amount of game ticks before we can breed again. And I'm saving all the bows we get when killing them, because we're gonna probably end up needing some dispenser down the line. And it's nice not having to waste strings and wood to craft them if we get them anyway. Did I get some seed? Yes, we did, like that. So down to do some fishing. It's time to get some proper food source, and all of this is now cleared. But we need to fill that in later on. And I'm gonna continue. As soon as I have some blocks, I'm gonna continue to fill this in. So we don't run around with the blocks. But this probably should look like that. And I think stone here. But already we are at a much better sort of place and location for what we are trying to achieve. And this is going to be a custom mountainside. And I don't think I need to say that anymore. I'm going to leave this there. It's time to do some fishing. And we also, of course, need to finish this fisherman's house. Can't be like this. And it's a lot of terraforming. You need a lot of dirt as well to cover, but no, I shouldn't get off track straight away. We should did I actually leave the fishing pole all the way up in the there? So let's do some fishing. We could be lucky to get the real fishing pole, and as soon as we have a real fishing pole, we also have we're gonna take up a lot more fishes straight away, which of course will be good for food, but we will exponentially increase the possibility to actually get that proper enchantment book. We could get mending as well, even if that's a really hard one to get on fishing. And the other positive side effect of spending some time fishing is the level. It's a really nice source for experience. We could, of course, just spend some time doing more of an automated fishing farm and then just stand there and keep the mouse button pressed. But I mean, it's good for XP. I could probably do that if I'm playing solo, but for a stream and as well as for some, I mean, it's not that very entertaining to look at someone auto fishing for 4 hours straight, right? That's more of a pause program. But we need to do some fishing, because, I mean, we have 2. At least a stack. Otherwise, we don't have enough food to do anything. I'm starting to be a little bit tired of running out of food. We have eaten almost like 30 rotten flesh within this stream, and we're still no stamina, because, I mean, rotten flesh works in an emergency, in a pinch, but it's not a sustainable food source. And to be honest, we would probably need some of that rotten flesh for some of the villagers if we find a village for trading, but we haven't done any exploring yet, so we don't know if we actually have access to any villagers within a reasonable amount of distance. And before we do, we just need to come to terms that currently we have no villagers, and I don't think that we will have any villagers that soon. Sure, we have ended up with some actually cursed villagers. Keep killing them, but I mean, we could cure them, but then we need to go to the nether, because we need blazing rods and to do the potions, and no, we are not even close doing that, so it will be much easier if we can just find a village to put those villagers into some breeding station and work from there. Doesn't take that much time if you can find one with a boat to actually row one here. And it's starting to be a little bit dark for fishing. So rather than dying and wasting our levels, I'm just gonna go to bed. So boom. If we're lucky, it's gonna rain tomorrow, and then we have a little bit more luck fishing. It's always better to fish when it's raining. So no creeper. We also need to start to grow sugarcane for paper. I just have that in the back of my mind. We need to ensure that without actually losing focus, we need to start in parallel to gather resources for 15 bookshelves, as well as that enchantment table. So I think we should go for some diamond fishing soon. Fishing, I said, because I'm fishing, but we need to go into our mine, into minus 57, 56, 58, I can't never remember, but close enough, and mine for diamonds. At least get enough diamonds to do that enchantment table. But there's no reason to get the enchantment table until we have the bookshelves, and there is no reason to do the bookshelves until we are level 30, so it all connects currently. And also I want to spend time actually building, because I love building. That's why I play Minecraft. I love creating something, like the pathway we are currently working on. That's a fun project, because it's just not the pathway. It requires that we build a custom mountainside. Maybe we should take that mountainside and create like a custom waterfall. And that waterfall needs to go somewhere, which means that waterfall could go into a custom river, and that river needs to sort of have an outlet somewhere. And that's a lot of work to do in survival. And I think I said that in the first episode. Maybe it goes easier to catch fish if we actually put the start fishing. But I think I said that fairly early, that one thing we should focus on early game, as early as possible, we should ensure that we get Fortune 3 on as many of our tools as possible. Because as soon as we have Fortune 3 and as soon as we have Efficiency 5, but that's much harder, everything we do goes exponentially faster gathering resources. So I mean, going strip mining for diamonds with an iron pick without any enchantments it's not a waste of time, but it's very tedious work. But if we have a Fortune 3 diamond pickaxe while mining for diamonds, so in case we actually find any diamond veins, we will could get even 3 times the amount of diamonds. And as well as we're gonna need a lot of iron for hoppers for future redstone projects. We're gonna need gold. Oh, what did we get? Feather Falling 4 and Sharpness 3. That's a nice book for starting. Feather Falling 4 is, I mean, that's the max level. Should be Sharpness 5, but I mean, if you have a Sharpness 3 and then you combine that with another Sharpness 3, we have Sharpness 4. That means that we are on the way to start enchanting. Because I mean, one way to do that, to ensure you have max enchantments, is of course to ensure that we put all the enchantments on in the right order, not to sort of end up with that very sad message that the level cap is reached. The other way to do that, it's more expensive resource-wise, but it's much easier to do, is actually to enchant 2 separate items, like 2 separate swords. One with half of what you need and the other with the other half, and then you just combine them. Then you don't reach max level, because you only have 2 items. But of course you need twice as much diamonds, because it's twice the amount of equipment. But that could be one way to actually utilize feather falling. Then we don't need sharpness on feather falling, because we want feather falling on boots and not on... But if we put feather falling 4 with sharpness 3 on boots, and you can't have sharpness on boots, it will not be transferred. So we actually have a feather falling 4 enchantment book, and that's nice. I like that. We should also start with the decoration of all of this. It can't look like this. And we are at level 15, so let's do some more fishing. 23 and 9. Now we have food for at least stay afloat for some time. No pun intended. And we just need to decide what type of all our project, because we can work on all of them in parallel, but we should probably focus. I keep saying we, because it feels like it's more including. We should decide on which of all of the current projects we need to spend most of our time on currently, because it would be sad if we end up in like 5 or 6 episodes, still haven't even put a balcony and a roof and so on. It just looks unfinished. But I think the mountain side on our pathway, it's a long-term project. It's not going to be worth it spending 1 full stream and a lot of time digging, sort of going all the... Maybe go there to get rid of the dirt, so find some dirt that we can put into our hillside. I don't want to do that. So as soon as we have dirt for some other reason, maybe we find dirt, can find pockets of dirt when going underground mining. That dirt we can bring to the surface and put into where we need to fill it, our landfills, while constructing that mountainside. So, here comes someone with a trident. I think it's always good to kill the trident dudes as soon as possible, and he's gonna throw it very soon. Because if we can actually get our hands on a couple of tridents early, well, then we have the small one. Let's kill that first. Where are you? There you are. Because of course we need tridents for trident killers. And that's also like that. Once you need them, you don't have them. And then you need to spend 3 hours straight hunting for tridents. It's much easier and better if you can just stockpile a few early game. So once we need them, we have them. So 29, I'm gonna stop at 33 raw cods. Then that's it. Then we need to cook them, and then we have a food source for a while. 30. Nothing to worry about. That will mean we're probably gonna finish fishing 30 prior to being night, so I want to have time to go find some sugar canes as well. I mean, they are there, but it's better to start to grow them closer, because we're gonna need a lot of sugar for paper. So let's plant them here instead. Come on. 30. I said 33. If it's not... Here we go. That was a nice catch. I would also prefer, if we are lucky soon, to get a real fishing rod. Lucky 3. No, lure 3. Luck of the sea 2, or is it even 3? Can't remember. That would be nice. Maybe even with mending. I mean, there's always a possibility to get the best fishing rod and the best enchanted fish bow from fishing. Should be a few days of fishing, and I'm speaking Minecraft days rather than real time. There we have 33, so let's keep our promise. And then let's go for some, no, not trident, dude. Oh, we need more of these. They're amazing for decoration. I love them, roses. Let's get to all of the sugar cane we actually can. And they grow up to 3 tall. So 24. That's not much from a... I mean, you could previously, I'm not sure when they deleted that, if it was 117 or now in 118, but you could 0-tick sugar canes, and that was nice, but I guess it just became too easy to get infinite amount of paper and stuff like that. So I think maybe it's good that it's a little bit harder. But that, for me, was the standard 0-tick farm. That was sugarcane. Mostly for the paper, but I used a lot of sugarcane for fuel as well. So, it's not the prettiest job, but they are close by and we can use them. Now it's starting to be dark, so... I don't want to end up dead. Let's sleep. And make a decision. Where should we focus? It's not gonna be... It's not gonna be on our custom mountainside. And the reason for that is it's... no more wheat, no. Just gonna leave that cow here. Do we have something? Yeah, let's... I want to make some chests, of course, and start to sort of have the storage for fishing at the hut. That makes more sense. Why should we be running fish up and down that hill? But for now, I'm going to bring the strings. Oh, we have a lot of rotten flesh. The potato's nice. We can start to grow that as well. And apparently I have wheat here. So, I could even leave the fishing pole here to save some inventory space. I'm going to leave the lily pad and the enchantment book for now. So, let's bring that cow with us as well. Because we need to start cooking some fish. Oh, I actually got 2. That's nice. Our cow farming has started. There they go. Come, Mr. Moo. Thought I heard a skelly. Every time we're here. So I hear skeletons. We hear zombies. And we hear witches. So might be actually something below that. It would be... Just imagine dropping down to some... It's not called Stronghold. What's the other? Yeah, where we find the spawner. Frankie, yo! Username on YouTube, yo, and Susie. Hello. That's nice. Some company. Yeah, welcome to this 5th stream, and they get stuck as always. Oh, come on, stupid cows. So, hello. Don't go away. So we are playing survival on Bedrock. Oh, wow, what happened? C. Sangula, hello. Hello, Daniel. Nice to meet you. Come on, get in here. So we need to grow some cows, because we are sort of preparing for the long-term enchantment. We need 15 bookshelves. Oh, you're sad. Why are you sad? Sure, I've just started. It's like 5 hours. I'll show you. Just need to get this cow in here. It's pissing me off. Come on. They always get stuck on that. God damn. No. One at a time. Can't be that hard. Thank you. So, I'll show you. We spawned 6... Nah, they're high. We spawned about 6 hours ago. So we've been spending 6 hours on this sort of world so far. And I've started a lot of projects. So I'm a little bit all over the place. I don't even have a house yet. This is going to be the entrance to the mountain base. So, and this is all I have currently. And I've decided that this is going to be sort of, we're going to go up here. So the stair is permanent, I think, but it's not going to look like this, obviously. And we're going to go from here into a second entrance of this sort of mountain base. We need to build this into the second floor that's going to be above here, but not obviously above this, because then it's going to look very boxy. It's going to be off-centered a little bit to this place. And then I think I'm going to build something fairly similar to this into this area, but with pathways going here. That will dock into some sort of gate going into this area. And what's cool as well is that about 18 to 20, I haven't counted, I'm just sort of somewhat like 20 blocks into this area. We have an equal amount of like hollow mountain on the other side. And that's where we're sort of going to end up. This is going to be a 2 or 3 stories mountain base that goes 20 blocks in the other direction into this type of sort of place on the other side. But it's a lot more grass. So I think we're going to actually put all the animals on that side later on. We also started doing some pathing. Remember, I'm about 5-6 hours into this, so we haven't spent this much time. We have started to build a little bit of a Fisherman House here. That's, of course, going to be transformed into more housing later on. And I have also started it's just like an hour ago. I've started to work on a pathway going down the mountain. So like a nice little bit of an S-curve like this. Then due to being almost 25 blocks from here to here in Y level, I needed to do some staircases. So that means also due to the elevation shift, Susie, I'll answer right away. Just give me a second. That means we will also end up needing to build some sort of custom mountainside all the way here. Because it won't look good otherwise. But until I know exactly how to do it, because I mean, I just started. I have an iron pickaxe. I don't have silk touch. So I mean, if I break this, I have cobblestone. So I'm very careful not to break any stone blocks currently. Otherwise, of course, we need to redo it. And I don't want to spend all my time waiting for some furnaces to create more stone blocks that I keep breaking. So I think by maybe 3 to 5 blocks, then this, of course, needs to be curved inwards. So this, let's show you, gonna be something like this. I don't know yet. I don't know the shape. Like that. And I need to spend a lot of time sort of, and then we need to texturize this with stone and andesite and so. And then when this pathway comes all the way down here, this is going to be ground level. So we have started to raise it from this up to this. So I need to fill in all of this. All the trees are temporary because we only had birch when I started. I spawned there on this block, I think. That's where we sort of entered this world. And everything here was birch. So I'm sort of currently temporarily growing spruce because I'm building a lot more with spruce than I'm currently doing with birch, because I like the looks of spruce much more than I do birch, but might actually need to do some of the birch as well. And then when this comes down, it's going to be the entrance to our mine. And this mine also going to have some rooms here and here. And that's where we're going to put our auto sorter for everything that's stone related. I made that mistake I just spent like 4 weeks on a survival world I created. And I built this huge storage room. 900 hoppers. And it became laggy as hell. And so I decided in this little world that we just started a couple of hours ago, I want to have like stone in this, because this is a mine, there we have the stone. So on the top layer, on the sort of our mountain layer, once it's ready, it's gonna take probably a couple of weeks. That's where we're gonna do an auto storage room for like anything precious, diamonds and emeralds and everything like that. And then somewhere, I mean, this is going to be where you can store the fish, because it's the Fisherman's Hut. So I sort of want to spread out all the resources to where they are sort of gathered. It makes more sense to have storage barrels and stuff like that all around this Fisherman's Hut. But I haven't decided sort of where this deck should start and end up. And also, I have a really, really stupid problem, because I'm Swedish. You could probably tell that by the accent. Can someone that's actually know the name? What is the English name for this I'm jumping on now? You don't call it this a bridge, right? What's the name? I just can't find the English name for this, and it's like it's 3 episodes later. I still keep asking. Do anyone actually know what's this? What's it called? It's so stupid, I don't know it. And I keep forgetting to actually check that before launching today's episode. So I always keep standing here fishing and jumping on this and says, what's the name? I have no clue what the name is. And Susie, of course I can do a challenge. What would you want me to do? Do you have any suggestions for a challenge? Then just tell me. And I will do it, because, I mean, it's the first time streaming. You could probably tell that. I haven't done this much. I'm not typical that shy, so I don't mind rambling around for myself and keeping myself company. But I'm a new streamer, so I know very little. If you say challenge, I say, sure, I can do it, but I'm not entirely sure what that means. Does that mean I need to just kill zombies with spruce sapling? I have no clue. So you need to help me out. What's a typical challenge? And that might be also the fun thing about joining this little stream. I'm such a beginner, so I have no clue what to expect and what you expect of me as a streamer. So if you think I'm messing something up, just let me know. I'm here to learn as well as have fun. And we are at episode 5, if you... I mean, I think the stream is named episode 5, right? So... But I have not played this world in creative. I haven't made any preparations. So I haven't... Sorry. I haven't made any preparations, so I have no plan. I'm sort of making this up as I go along. And that's actually was the main questions of last episode, and which was actually yesterday. Would you prefer, when watching a stream like this, and please help me out by answering that question in the comment section of this stream. Would you prefer, when watching a stream like this, that I make progress between the episodes and the stream? Or do you prefer, the way I currently do it, that I only make progress in this world on stream? Or are you expecting, when watching a stream like this, that today we are sort of all over, and the next time I log on, and you might follow me, I have finished that entire house or that entire pathway off camera? I'm not entirely sure myself. What do you expect? Is it more logical that this happens between the sessions? Or is it more something that you expect? So no, hell no. I'm here to watch you play, so I don't want you to do progress when I'm not watching. I have no clue. So if you want to help me out with that, please answer the question in the comments, do you prefer that I finish on stream or off stream? And I haven't... We also had a little bit of an accident yesterday. That's also why I sort of started this stream with a picture of me dying. We were working on the Fisherman Hut and a zombie actually came up to the second floor, hit me in the face. We fell 4 stories down in the head of a creeper that exploded. And once we spawned on a creeper that exploded again. So we actually died twice in 4 seconds. And that was both a little bit embarrassing as well as, yeah, I was laughing. So that's why we have that start screen today. Dead. Because I was dead. We should make some progress on this building as well. Because this pillar needs to come down somewhere. But I think we want... Yeah, I see you. So we also want some progress on this. So I'm not sure if you're still here, Susie, but that was not much of a house, right? You asked for a house tour, and the world is so new, so I don't have much of a house, because that's also something I sort of want to do from start. I don't want to build something temporary, like a big box, and then tear that down as soon as we feel that we have more materials to do something better. So I would rather try to make it ready from start, but that will also make it take a lot longer to build, because I mean, I haven't even found all the materials I'm gonna need for this, because we are sort of early game. But I have a fairly visual idea. Sorry, they are so loud. On how I wanted this to look when it's ready, but I don't have a plan yet. I haven't made like a blueprint on how this should look when I'm done. I think this pillar should come all the way down to ground level, but maybe 1 block up, and this needs to probably stay where it is, and that's gonna stay where it is, which means if we look at it from this side, we have different levels, and I think we need that for depth as well as good looking. And we had a lot of people actually joining the stream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 almost at the same time. So I'm not sure if all of you know each other, if you come from the same. I know on Twitch you could get raided. It almost felt like that. It was so many people at the same time. Or I'm not sure if YouTube was kind to us for a minute and sort of put the stream somewhere where a lot more people could find it, because yesterday we had 2 people, I think, and now we are 5 or 6 at the same time, which is fun. And I feel that I'm currently doing nothing, and that's not so entertaining. So let's continue to sort of make a decision on what we should do next. And someone said, can you do a challenge? And if you have, I don't even know what a challenge would be, and maybe that is off-putting for you, or it's fun. So please let me know if you have a particular challenge in mind that you would want me to do. But with that said, I think I would want to get some more progress into this area. And I think we're gonna leave this as it is, but I also try to avoid, even if it's sometimes the best looking blocks, like you could use a barrel for sort of the first 1 or 2 levels of like a big pillar that we were sort of seeing outside. But I think the problem with that is it's also work block. So if we want to integrate villagers into this, which I probably would want to do, then we will end up with problems where we have like villager tech that will eventually make it, we can have a problem that it will actually interfere with what we are trying sort of to create. And I don't want that, so I'm sort of doing my best to avoid using blocks, even if they look better like a barrel, because I believe that it could just give us more problems later on. So what we could do instead, for example, if let's say this, I mean this is a major pillar, right? It's not that very good looking if we just have one type of material. That could be, for example, that, whoops, I fell down, sorry. You could add like trapdoors instead of that barrel. Hello. Shouldn't be that hard to come up here. Like this, right? That way we have a little bit of texture. We could even go double in a pillar this big. I'm not sure yet. So I think I'm going to leave it like that. Which might be that we end up feeling that this is a little bit... It's too dark. It's we have not enough color contrast. And then maybe we will end up doing a stripped oak beam instead. But I don't know that yet. So we need to make decisions like that further down, sort of. But I also think that it can not only be stone here. So I said last stream that this probably need to be like some sort of incline like this with dirt and grass, because then we can plant stuff on this sort of stair going up here. But so that's why it's sort of looking like it is. I put this stair down mostly to know, and I have a thought, because this is Y level 91, right? And if we go and stand here, we have 89. So we have 1, 2, 3. And I had a long discussion about that last stream. So if you are actually here 2 days in a row, I don't want to sort of bore you with the same. But I think it's always a good idea to leave at least 3 blocks space between first and second floor when building like that. Because that means we can have different type of ceiling on level 1 than we have floor on level 2. But we still have room to hide stuff in between, like redstone or a hopper line. Also, if we want to put like a glowstone recessed 1 block in, we still need 3 levels. Otherwise, we will have glowstone in the floor on the second floor. So that's why we needed to decide where to sort of start the second floor on this build. And that's why it's on Y91. And here we have dirt, which is good, because we need dirt block for our sort of pathway and our custom mountainside to be. And let's just add that there. So we can start to dig this out. And no, it should not be dirt. But I haven't decided if we should have wood floor on the second floor. I think that would make the most amount of sense. Would make the most sense, actually. And that means we can just start to dig this out, because then we can add just another type of ceiling here. But this is a big project, especially with the iron tools. So we are still sort of trying to make good progress while we are trying to sort of prepare for that enchantment room, that enchantment table, so we can get Fortune 3 as soon as possible. Because as soon as we have a pickaxe with Fortune 3, and preferably Silk Touch, so we can continue to work with stone, the pace will pick up immensely. So that's also why it might feel a little bit slow. Someone might even think, why are you not further after the, as you said, 6-7 hours of gaming? You should already have a trading station and a full diamond and so on. But yeah, it's just not the way I want to do it, because I'm trying to sort of not waste any time. So I mean, I can push, but then I will leave something else behind, and I'm trying not to do that. So that's why we are also a little bit all over the place currently. And let's get rid of this dirt level as well. And that's also why I'm sort of not taking away this stone, because if I'm taking away this stone with my iron pickaxe, we might just end up with a lot of cobblestone that we need to sort of smelt down and continue to do for... And here comes some zombies again. It's already dark. It goes so fast. let's get into bed. So as I said, I don't have a plan, but I have an idea on how I would want to do this. And it sounds like we have some company, right? And we are hurrying out so we don't end up with a creeper destroying what we have built. So I also said that we should have stone here. That's why we have stone here. But that also needs to be texturized, obviously. We should have a window here. I just made that up now, but of course we should have a window. That means that we don't need this. And if that's a window, this needs to be ground. And just like that, we have decided that this is gonna be a room. But I don't want to have like big square boxes of rooms, because that doesn't look good either. But we need this texture, because that way we have some life into it. But I put this wall in here, just have some sort of non-straight structure. But I think I will try to keep this wall sort of in line to what we have, and rather put some effort into texturizing it later instead. And because otherwise it's going to be too much happening out and in and out like this. It's not gonna look good either. We have that pillar, and if we have a window there, it might actually be good for us. Either we need to dig this out and sort of add a third level on top of this, like almost like a balcony. Or we can dig this out and have like this wall continue inwards. But then I think we have put the entrance a bit far on the outside. Or we can have like this as a roof, and we can have floor here. I'm not 100% sure about that yet. So I think I'm gonna leave that like this for now, just to be sort of sure. We said we added the pillar here, which means we should be safe to go all the way up there. But that means that here we should be safe adding stairs, just like we did that. But when adding in them here, we have this on this level, but the stair on this level gives more depth. And I think texturizing and adding depth is what it's all about to make it look good. So I'm actually going to bring some... Apparently we just decided to continue working here, so I have the feel for it, so let's do it. Here we go. So we have a stair there and there. So either we can put a trapdoor there. I think that's going to look great actually. Or we could add a slab, or just leave it as it is. But I think actually I'm fairly comfortable adding a trapdoor there. Yep, I like that. So you see, we have this curve here, and then we have this curve, but they are not on the same level, and I think that looks good. Now, just look. I'm sure we don't have any creeper accidents. We could either continue with the spruce wood, but let's check if gonna make 2 of them. I'm gonna show you. Give me a second if you're watching. Oh, we don't need the wheat just now. Because I think we should add stairs to the pillars to make them a little bit more robust in their look. If we add that in oak, we currently take this color with us to that. Yeah, I like that, because it doesn't really look the same, right? And that could work as well. We could even go like that, and then move these pillars and the flooring to the outside. Or we just add stone here, because then that would sort of give us... Yeah, let's do that. It's gonna look amazing. We just made that decision now. Come on, I'll show you. And this is so back to this oak wood slab, and we have some logs. Yes. And if you're listening, maybe you know this as well. What's the difference between a stripped oak log and stripped oak wood? Because I understand that there is some type of difference, but without using any mod or texture pack, they look exactly the same. I mean, this is wood, this is a log. I mean, it's exactly the same texture. Do they behave differently? Why would I want to spend time when it comes to oak to make stripped oak wood if I can just add a stripped oak log? Because that's so much quicker. And I don't know. I'm embarrassed to say I do not know what the difference is, because they look exactly the same to me. So I don't know why I should spend time stripping down oak logs to make stripped oak logs to make oak wood that actually requires more resources, because I don't get, I mean, it takes, what is it, 3 logs to make 2 wood. So why don't we just use the logs? I don't know. Is it like a vanity thing? So I've seen some tutorials where there's insist on using the wood. And is that just a way to say, okay, I spend more time than you did? But if they don't look anything different, because I started doing wood with the intention that I could use the stripped logs as doing a little bit of texturizing like I've done here. But I ended up needing to use the planks because the log and the wood looked exactly the same. But now when I've started using wood, I don't want to stop doing that, just in case I missed something. So if you know, please let me know in the comments. Is there any actual behavioral difference between stripped log and stripped wood? Now we could continue either with that, because that's might be a little bit dark, or on this side we could use a slab, because that way it still doesn't look exactly the same. And this is like an intersection. Whoops, I fell down apparently. That might also look really good if we add, no, sorry, I actually misclick like that. No, I think might actually need to put the barrel there. Let's leave that for now. And small details like this. Slab or no slab. Trapdoor, no trapdoor. I'm comfortable to leave that for now, because it's so quick to replace later. And the beam we're gonna leave like that as well. The door is open because we have nothing on this side. And we should have some temporary poor man's scaffolding, which is dirt. Yep. And I think due to the stairs like this, and I actually, sometimes I feel so stupid. I spoke so much about the difference between stripped wood and log, I actually forgot to make the wood. There you have the stripped wood. Back up again. And our inventory is starting to be a little bit cluttered. Here we go. Back up. Not as a backup, but a backup. Seriously? There we go. So, wood, wood, wood. Like that. And it's gonna look a little bit strange, probably, because then... Yeah, give me a second. What I thought was a good idea might actually be a really bad idea. Because now I'm hiding this pillar. Do we want the pillar? Because it gives more life, because it's another material, which means we have different type of textures. Do we want it visible? Or if we add woods like this, we need to go check that. And this is why we would really love to get our hands on some scaffolding soon. I mean, either you would have this feel to it, or we have one type of structure like the wood like this. Because we probably, and I mean, it's the stairs I've added there that makes me want to sort of come out one level, but then we are losing the pillar. Doesn't really matter, it will work either way, but I think this looks clean, but I think we're gonna need that. We're gonna need that color. We could just... Oh, I'm torn. If you're watching, do you have an opinion? Please share it with me. I would love to hear it. The question is very simple. Should we continue what we did here? Because we sort of are coming out one level, which I think we're going to need to use depth here. Otherwise, it's just going to be one big tower like this, and it's not going to look good. Should we come out one? But then there's even a bigger question. Should we even use this line? So we are sort of coming all the way out here. And I don't think that's going to look good either. Or should we get rid of this idea of using upside down stairs to sort of increase a level of depth and put the wood here? Basically, are we using the pillar or not? And I can't tell. I'm not sure. They both have their ups and downs. What I don't like with this, I'm not sure if we are adding enough depth. But the upside, because I mean, we need a wall on this side anyhow, and then we have lost the pillar. Yep. And the only reason this would work is that we actually don't have anything here. Sure, we could build a little bit of a balcony there just to sort of show the pillar, but no one's going to see that from here anyway. So, should we come out one or should we not? I guess that's the big question. So let's look at it like this, just to make a final decision, so we can probably continue building. Coming out one block here and not doing that on that side will not make sense. But I think we probably actually need to increase here, but at least one. Otherwise it's going to look a little bit too much on the same level. It's we're going to need the depth and the layers to work with. Otherwise I'm worried that it's going to look a little bit flat. So should we come out already here? Or should we just sort of keep the wall on the beams, but still could add like flowers and then maybe it doesn't sound like a big decision, and why don't I just start building? But once we sort of put this wall down and decide where it should be, we automatically end up where this wall should be. And then we have sort of forced ourselves in a direction for this entire wall. I think this might work, but then I think we probably gonna need to work here. I think I'm gonna use this side actually to come out a level, but I'm gonna leave that as it is. But from this pillar, because then, ouch. That was a little bit sloppy to fall down there. Let's kill the Enderman soon. But if we do it too soon, so, and I think maybe on this side, I'm gonna actually use an upside down stair on that pillar. Let me do it there. Then we add a slab. Because I mean, 1, 2, 3 types of colors already. I like that. And then I'm actually gonna just put down, no, sorry, stair like that. Just to, nah, no, I'm not. That looks like shit. Sorry. Yep. No. So, beam. But might actually use different color just to add some like shades and... Yeah. I think that's not gonna work. Needs to be oak. Wow, that was scary, and he was very quiet. They usually give some sort of growl. He just attacked us. Wonder if he just spawned on us. Never mind. I'm not entirely sure that we shouldn't strip them, but then it can't be oak. Then we need to decide to use stripped spruce. I'm just gonna put it down there just to see what we think. I like that it's a little bit rough, but I'm not entirely convinced. So I'm gonna leave that there for now, because it doesn't really matter currently, because it's very dark, and I like that this is not that dark. But as we have started to build on that, we can't use stripped oak logs because that's going to be too light. And we should of course put some buttons on that end, but that we're going to wait with that, as well as make a decision. And if this pillar, we have 2, we should of course make some sort of structure down here and add a lantern, because then we have some lighting. I think this is going to be level 3, so now we have 3 levels. This is going to be the enchantment room. I just made a decision. That's going to be the enchantment room. It makes most sense, or the nether portal, to have that stuff that we don't use that often further up, right? So then we know that we actually need 3 levels. That's cool. And with that means that we should probably leave this part of the second level fairly open, because otherwise I think it just is going to be too massive of a structure. It will not look... Hello, where... Are we monsters nearby? No, let's go to sleep. So, I'm gonna get rid of the potato. Potato. And that. And that. I hear you. You think I should come out and play, right? I think he fell down with the cows. That's funny. Why are we breeding cows? Because we're gonna use a truckload of leather for 15 book shelves. No one mind us though. We don't want to end up with a creeper accident killing all cows. Let's increase some of these as well. So, I'm not sure if we need the wool, but doesn't hurt. Wonder if we need more light here. That's why they are not growing, right? So, I'm gonna exaggerate it a little. So, let's get rid of this. So, there you go. 27 wheat. That's nice. And 46 seeds. We are... Our very humble little plantation here is... We started with 1 seed, actually. Just imagine. So we are growing this fairly quick, right? And we have our hoe. 3 seeds. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So we should be okay with 1 lost here. That should be what 1 water source should be able to cover, right? Not 3, 3, no. It should probably be okay to actually come all the way out here. It should cover 5. You stand there. Okay, let's do this then. Yep. I'm looking at you. Come on. Come on. No! He should not reach me there. Ah! That's no fun. Oh, so stupid and so sloppy. We needed those levels. We need level 30 for enchantments. Really? I didn't think... I mean, I'm on the roof. I should, of course, dug 1 more. Oh, well. That's... such an amateur. Makes me sad when I do stuff like that. So, here we are. That's gonna be a wall, right? I actually died. That's so... No. Makes me so sad. Not dying, but the way I died. That's unnecessary and sloppy. That makes me sad. But I mess up simple stuff. We might as well just continue with some texturizing right away. So we have some wood. Still don't know if the wood or the logs look differently. And usually 4. I like 4 for this. Otherwise, and that needs to be a window. So, and then we can use either slabs or upside down stairs for that to sort of maybe grow something there. And if I jump here, I'm gonna end up dead. So I wonder if we can reach that. No, we can't. Oh, well. Let's make it hard then. So, thank you. And it means that this we are safe to do into our sort of 3rd level compound. And the reason why we need to figure this out is I don't dare to start digging in any direction until I know sort of where will this end. Where will this structure end? Where, if we don't know that, then we might end up digging a little bit too far. And if we do that, like, I mean, here we have floor. Here we have floor. Do you see? Makes a big difference. Because this is where we actually have the floor. And we realize straight away that this will make... Do we want planks or... do we want stone here? And that's going to make an impact on what happens on this layer. But that means that from like a ceiling standpoint, I'm actually going to sacrifice a few stone for now. This might be it. So, let's add a torch for now. So now we have some sort of concept on level 3, which is on that beam. which means we know that it's going to be on this beam, right? Let's jump back up again. I was prematurely jumping. I miss bamboo and scaffolding. I'm not going to say that again, but I do. So let's finish off this as well. I want them in the same direction, so that's why we are sort of trying to be fairly thorough. You see, that's a mess up. Might be nice to turn some of them later on for texture, but for now, I'm going to leave them all in the same sort of direction. So we know what we can work with. This might actually be a window, but it could be nice as well to keep some of this, like, not too many windows, because it might be, you want the view on that side, but would you actually put a window here just to watch nothing? Probably not. That means we have an interior wall we can decorate something with. But here, I think it would be nice to actually come out a block. Or we can use this as like a flower pot growing. But it could actually make sense if we do like this. And that's probably gonna need to fight him, otherwise he's gonna keep shooting at us. He actually died. First shot. Can I have the bone, please? So, there we go. And just look at this view, right? Ha! It's amazing. It's pretty. And that's a cool sort of structure. I'm not sure how it spawned. Like, those two are amazing. So, back down. Now we're making some progress on our actual base as well. Probably there, I should have started there, but I get inspired. I want to be all over. It's, oh, he dropped the bow. Let it be a good one. Do we have a full inventory? Yes, we do. Then we need to clear that. I think I'm going to use up some of the dirt for our pathway as well. So that's also what we said. Let's not spend a lot of time digging for dirt, because we will end up with a lot of dirt we don't need to use, right? That's just Minecraft. So rather than spending a lot of time actively looking for dirt, as soon as we have too much dirt in our inventory, then let's go rebuild on Moo. Wonder how many cows we should work with until we start to kill them. Definitely don't need more sheep. Oh. Yep. There you go. So, where were we? Back to, said I were to go get rid of some of the dirt. We need to fetch the bow. Wonder if it's good. Ah, one unbreaking. It's better than what we got. So look at that. It's starting to be some sort of structure. I mean, it doesn't look much now, but once you sort of start to replace some of these blocks into some texture, so stone brick, andesite, it's gonna look much better. This pillar needs to have some life. This is boring currently. And I think it might be a little bit too tall, but that's what we currently have. Now I also think, I don't want to build like a huge wall here, because it's not going to look good. So I think we probably gonna try to maybe even terraform all of this mountain into one side here, but then I'm afraid that's going to be too straight. So we might actually be forced to work ourselves more into this wall line. But that's also something we don't have to make a decision for right away. But this line we do. I like that this becomes a little bit, in shadow here, because especially remember we're gonna enter this base from here, and then when you walk here you're gonna see this line, right? And I think that looks good. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then back in again. That means we probably have 5 blocks to work with in that direction without actually it starting to look like one long big chunk of wood. So let's fetch some of these again, and that, and some of the stairs. Do we need slabs? No. Might need some oak stairs. That's so. Here we go. I have a concept. Let's do like this right away. Let's take the spruce and then I'm gonna show you like that. And then we don't need the planks, because I don't want to end up with a full inventory before even starting. There you go. Hello. Apparently it's night already. Sleep. Still no creeper, that's good. So, let me show you what I had in mind. We need to probably build some sort of better temporary structure. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that actually hits that wall, which means we should be safe to construct something of this in stone. But that needs to... It can't be one big chunk of stone like that. So we need to do something under here. But until we know that, I'm actually fairly comfortable just to do this for now. That means also, for now, because we don't want to jump, we need that dirt block. So, and that also means that we actually have reached, because when I started, I was at that block. I had no clue. It's going to be too tall. But now when we actually have reached the ceiling, it can make sense as well to like add a chain. That chain can sort of go down and add some lanterns. We could probably even add like 1 or 4 chains into like a platform, and we can have that. Maybe one of these beams should be a crane, and level 3 should not have doors because we can't have mobs coming in there anyway. And then we could build like a beam out, and then we can have like a crane, and then we could suspend a platform in air, and that adds both depth and details. And we want that, right? So 5. But then also, to make this a little bit more interesting, either we need to come up here, because probably need filling this in, because I don't want to build like 15 stories in here, because we don't going to use that. And that's also something to think about. If we're not going to use the space, why build all those rooms? But what I'm saying is, should we come down with the ceiling? Like we can go here, because from the outside, let's add a temporary little pathway so we have something to work with when we are building. Like this. Then this can come down a little bit. We can add, maybe it shouldn't be full, but like a slab, full, nothing, full, slab. And then from this we should start to tilt it all the way down here, rather than just one flat surface. I think that's a good question, but I think it's easier to add slabs on the outside of this wall. Then, and yes, I actually understand that I just did something really stupid, because I just built myself into... How should I jump down here? It's gonna hurt, but for now. And I need to fill in this as well. So for now, this is actually, I think I'm comfortable leaving it like this. But we should probably, because now we have a 5. So I think it could be nice to actually do a double window there. Right? And if we do that, we also have somewhere we can actually back into. Or not. So, let's inspect. Yeah, it's not bad. Now I want to show you another thing. Keeps adding dirt. I think it's the Enderman, right? For texture, I know I'm sort of saying that word a lot of times, but it is so important. And depth and detailing. Detailing is probably a better word. I think by just doing this. And then take this. We have done something really good. And then I think a spruce slab on that side. Then we can add some leaf on this, and that leaf will come perfectly into the corner and work itself down. So either we should continue with this in the corners, but I can decide that from below, because I mean this looks good, because then we have different colors as well. So either, now we have 3 options, I think. Either we go all the way down here, and then we could add like a trapdoor on that. Then we would probably need to add either a slab underneath that. Then that will give some structure, and I think that looks really good actually. But on this side, then we could either, that could also be an upside down stair, but I think just because we have used so many stairs here, that slab makes more sense. It brings something to it. It could also, just to make sure, no, I didn't bring an oak. That could be better off with an oak as well, so I need to check that. Yeah, okay, it's amazing. Already, I like it. Might actually come with some greenery between here, all the way into the corner and down. So I think that looks good. Might be a little bit strange to have it there and then nothing here. So either, what I'm thinking is, should I come from here to a slab to that, so we have 3 different levels? That could actually work as well. But then we need more oak slabs, and yes, we have them. Good. But then we should make more trapdoors. There. It's one of my favorite Minecrafts. I think I use almost too many of them. I don't think you can have too many spruce trapdoors. I keep using them over and over and over again, but it's an amazing block. There. I think, and we don't know the hole, and then we can get rid of another 2 bows. It's cluttering our inventory. So, back up to our sort of what we are currently building, right? Whoa. So, one more. I forgot to make a new... No, I have one with me, so good. I mean, one way you can do this now is to add a slab there. But then this slab actually might be wrong. And then the trapdoor there. And... no, not there. Put that down first. There. Because that would give either too much or perfect. I think that slab is not working. No. Not entirely sure that trapdoor works either. Might be that trapdoor that's currently interfering. Yeah, I'm not looking at you. But I'm a little bit pissed that you actually killed me before, you big buffoon. So it's time for payback. Yeah, I see you. Let's make it too deep this time. Perfect. Thank you. Need that ender pearl as well. So, I'm not convinced that this is a good idea. So much runnings. Because that clutters. I'm not entirely sure that was a good idea. Switching out the colors, because then I think we should switch out the colors there. Let's do, but then that makes more sense. So take those out again. Whoa, I almost fell down again. So there you go. Yep, that's better. And then let's get rid of that, because we don't know if we want to have flowers inside a mountain anyway. But I think somehow this works. But then I'm not sure why that doesn't work. So what happens if we do like that? Mwah. I know there are different... That would have worked if we have actually brought the wall further out, as I initially suggested. I think this gonna look the best, actually. I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna leave it like that. So, but that means, really, the dude is drunk. Let's come back up. This needs to be one out, I think. Might be a little bit too much going on there. That actually is not bad. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. Then we actually need to build a little bit of a dirt. Not sure, but no matter. We need to delete that, that, and that. Cause I did that, but didn't bring the blocks. Smart dude. Oh, there we have them. Let's go to sleep. So, and the chat went very quiet, so I'm not sure what actually happened there. It had almost nothing happening for an hour, and suddenly had 6 people at exactly the same time saying hi, which I appreciate. But where did you come from, and where did you go? And suddenly I'm sounding like Cotton Eye Joe. So, that's good. I think the pillar is gonna work, because I think we might actually make some flowering happening here. That works. And did I bring more of these? Yes, I did. And you might think, well, if you're covering these with like window panes, why texturize them there? Because that doesn't matter, because it's not visible. But it is, because you can see them here when we add glass. And I want to use glass panes, so we're going to see them. And it's going to be a little bit more subtle, which actually makes it even better. So texturizing matters always. But this is still something to decide. That or that. But let's, for now, just actually do it with the oak. And not stripped. Yeah, that's much better. And for a second floor, might actually add a beam here, and that's the third floor, so it's a huge area. I'm gonna leave it there as well. I'm not sure about the spruce on the bottom. We're gonna leave that as well for now, because this is actually starting to look fairly good. We need to hang something, but as we are working with odd numbers, it's 3, 3. So let's not fall down, so I'm crouching. On this block, we are in the middle of sort of this area. It would make a lot of sense to actually hang a lantern in a long chain. That could look amazing, but I don't have enough iron for that for now. This needs to be texturized, and this needs to come into some sort of pathway in wood. Come here, going there, and then up to that. And then I think mountain. And this needs to be organic. We probably need to fill this with dirt. And like growing staircase going up. And we need to make more of this hollow. But either it just should be like something looking like that. Just a different shaped hollow room. I think we're gonna use some slabs and stairs in there then for a little bit softer transition. And just leave it like that. And then that needs to dock into that. That needs to dock into that. So it's just more or less, which means should probably fill that area in. So I know it's not the same thing with dirt, but just let's imagine that was stone. And then we could, that should be there is stones. We have floor as well. That adds a little bit of a nice flow down to... Oh, more armor for me. They actually dropped 2 pieces. That's nice. So, yeah. Which means there's level 1, and then 3 blocks above that we have level 3. And then we could probably add some sort of crossbeam structure to sort of tie that together. So I actually think we can leave that open. And then we can maybe do a little bit of this open. It will work. It will look good. Seriously? What's with the jumping? And then that beam doesn't look out of place. Like this, right? And then from here, we know we need stone on this level and that level. I think that might actually do the trick, and send some slabs and stairs there. That won't look stupid. That block does look stupid, but yeah, it looks really stupid. But the reason for that is it should be stone there. And then we could probably get away with hiding that pillar, because that will dock with that, and then slabs there. And then finish off with the block like that. And then block here. And then we have sort of sorted the going into level 1. Yep. That's gonna look amazing, I think. Not sure what to do there. I think maybe we can get away with some of this wall. We could cover that in like bushes, organic. That might sort of save us a little bit of it. This needs to be a cross beam here, most definitely. Otherwise, it's why do you have a beam there? And that could actually be on a different level. Even if this is the floor, that way we have... Needs to come down here to make sense. I don't have any more stone, so... But I'm gonna leave that for now. I think it needs to rest for a while in my head. And I don't think I'm gonna use up all of the... Yeah, let's do that. Let's use up all of the dirt. So, 1, 2, 3. With that, and we have just one of that. I say that. One of that. One of that. Do we have any iron left? Yes, we do. 9. So, 1 pick, 3 picks, but just 1 shovel. And we don't want to end up... Because I think it's about time to do another raid into the underground to try to get our hands on a little bit more, not iron, but opening up the diamonds a little bit, actually. So let's just stack up on fuel. And do we have a lot of cobblestone still? Yes, we do. Let's make more stone, because we're also going to use a lot of stone bricks inside of this major base. But I also want some of this cobblestone with us. We can sort of, when we hit lava or something like that. And isn't that the music song? Something like that. I need to sort some sort of pause sign as well if I'm going to stream this long, because I'm like screaming for coffee. But that's for another time. So now we have a little bit of dirt with us. We can start to fill in some of this. This needs to be not only dirt, but I think stone as well. Yeah. This can be dirt, but then we said the stone should curve inwards. I'm not sure what I'm currently doing, but let's leave it like that for now. It's at least better than the state we left it in. That, not sure if that needs to be stone. Can definitely fill in these holes. Do we have any holes? No, this needs to be stone. This needs to be stone. Like this. And if that's stone, then this needs to be stone. So we are safe to get rid of that, which means we can actually fill in that. So this needs to be stone, right? And then this needs to be stone. Yep. Now we have added even more dirt, which we're gonna need. So that's also why we are continuously chopping away on there. As I said, I'm not entirely sure to do this staring, so I'm gonna be comfortable leaving that in this level for now. But this needs to be a block. This needs to be a block. I'll probably fill this in comfortably. Now when we are here, let's take away a little bit of this water chunk as well. And you can never have enough sand, so I'm actually gonna dig out most of the sand, but then it's always better to, otherwise we have water with us and we don't want that. And I should have some time to hit the sort of underground as well. The more we dig, the more we need to fill in, obviously. Nope. Might be insane amount of sand. We have enough. I think I'm just gonna leave it here. I want to spend the end of days filling this in because I'm just greedy because I want sand, which is just another way to say eventually we're gonna start to work in concrete, and we definitely need glass. Because as soon as you start to dig deep here, I don't want to leave hollow spaces or some strange mob spawning to interfere with future mob cats. There, we took away more of that area now. That's good. This needs to be ground. We are quickly using up our dirt, right? That's why it's so important not to go overboard with what we have, because we have limited amount of resources. And somewhere here, that's probably the line. We need to step down into the mine. I think that's going to look amazing, because that gives us another sort of level to work with. Because we don't want a huge flat space here as well either. So I'm not entirely sure that it might not actually be. This part is lower, but it can't be lower here because we are too close to the structure. And if we actually make it that low, it's just not, it doesn't look good. So let's make it straight for now until we are entirely sure what we want to do, because we can always dig this out again. Yeah. There and there, and then I'm gonna get rid of this for good. Why are they always jumping you when you're actually busy doing something? It's like they know. I wonder if they programmed the game like that. Oh, he's busy chopping wood, so I've been watching him for 5 hours, but now I'm gonna go eat your brain. Like the annoying zombie I am. So. I brought my iron, actually. That was not intentional. But now we did, and that's good, because we broke our sword. So there we have, and we have sword, pickaxe, yeah. And a little bit of dirt. And a little bit of cobblestone. So, do we have any more cobblestone dirt? Cobblestone, but we don't need more than a stack. So, we're ready. Let's go hunt for some diamond. I haven't done that the entire episode. And I mean, it's Minecraft. Of course, we need to do some strip mining for diamonds. That's just part of Minecraft, isn't it? And we've been streaming, I'm not sure entirely, actually. 2.5, no? Yeah, 2.5. Soon to be. Here we have the cave system we actually found. So we are leaving that. It's going to be nice. It's more or less Y level 0. Going to be a nice place to explore later on. But I don't want to do that without armor. And I don't feel I have enough iron actually to waste on armor currently. So that's why we have sort of started a little bit of strip mining. So this is what we actually managed to do last time. And not a single diamond ore did we discover on all this mining. And that's typically me. I never find diamond. I'm not sure why, but apparently that's just me. And now we're mining on Y57, and I'm still fairly confident that that's the right level. If you think Y58, because that actually, I sort of had that in the back of my head, that I should walk on 58, so I see 57 and 6. And 58 and 57. But on last stream, someone actually said, no, it should be 57, not 58. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna mine to 57, and I started. But, and I haven't Googled it. I mean, it's not that hard to actually go find that. But I sort of went with the 57, but I'm still not convinced that I shouldn't be mining on 58. So if you have an opinion, or preferably if you have facts, should you mine on 57 or minus 58 for diamond, which are the best level, please let me know. So should we go one more by down to ensure that we have higher probability to find diamond? Because I mean, finding diamond in 118 is much harder. It's easier if you go caving, but I think go caving too early without any armor or proper equipment, it's a dangerous task. It's fun, but it's time consuming and it's dangerous. So I'm gonna stay with my iron pickaxe for now, and we need to replace it straight away. We have had some nice progress. I think it's nice that I finally got starting on the real base. And I think, oh, we find some iron, nice. I think it was Susie Jack, right? That said, please tour your house. And I felt okay, but there's nothing to tour. And that makes me feel a little bad. So I think it might be wrong of me to spend this. Oh, redstone is always nice as well. Both for experience as well as we're gonna use up a lot of redstone in later episodes. But I mean, maybe it's wrong of me to start so many parallel projects rather than trying to at least finish some part of my, what I call my main base. Because when you tune in for a stream like this, currently all you see is a dude chopping away strip mining, and maybe that's not very entertaining. The other part is we say, okay, let's see your house then. And there is no house. So then you start to think, okay, but if he has spent 7, almost 8 hours in this world now, why hasn't he done any more progress? Where is his house? I mean, we have the Fisherman House, but then I hardly show that because I don't say that that's the main house. Which means, yeah. So I think, thinking out loud, it's good that we have made some progress on the main structure and the real house. And I think next episode, and I'm actually going to spend some time thinking, because as long as no one is answering the question, and for the last time this stream, I'm gonna rephrase the question. Do you prefer, when watching streams like this, that I make progress between the streams, so you don't have to watch me do every single detail? Or is it, am I doing it correctly, that I don't do any progress off camera? That's the main question. If you have an answer for that, please go to the comment of the video and leave your answer. Progress off camera or not. Because that, with that said, I'm still gonna think. Whoops, there we run into some lava. So I'm not entirely sure. Oh no, this is a bad place, so let's leave that. I'm not entirely sure how to build this sort of main base, but I need to think about it, obviously, because I spent a lot of time sort of putting down blocks, taking away blocks. So I will spend a lot of time before next episode, that probably gonna be already tomorrow. How should I design that house, base, lair, mountain lore in a good way. So next time I go on, I'm gonna start focusing on trying to, because it's not gonna be finished obviously, because it's gonna be a huge base. That I know. But at least I can sort of have a little bit better progress and a little bit better flow in actually building it. We also had a question from Susie Jack. Can you do a challenge? I obviously, because I'm new at this, I need to, because I said I'm not entirely sure what type of challenge, what would you like me to do, what type of challenge. So I guess I just need to figure out, yeah, what type of challenge, what would be a challenge, because I mean, I know I've seen streamers that have a challenge online, but I mean, then they are using other apps and streaming tools like Streamlabs or whatever, where you can actually put out challenges in the chat. Like, you are forced to play with the controller for 5 minutes and you earn tokens watching. But I mean, this is my 5th stream. I haven't streamed Minecraft before, and I'm not an experienced streamer, and I'm not that much of an experienced Minecrafter. And I mean, I have very little subscribers related to Minecraft. I'm a former... I know I have 300 subscribers on my YouTube channel, but most of those are actually coming from... I've used this channel previously for computer modding, because that's sort of where Suligan is coming from. But I sort of stopped doing that a couple of years ago, but I just had a feeling I wanted to start streaming, and I just okay, I have this account, why start completely fresh? But that means with very few Minecraft related subscribers currently, hopefully that will change. I don't want to spend a lot of money on a Streamlab account just to be able to have like challenges that can be sort of managed automatically, and when I have 4 concurrent viewers. So is there a way to do a challenge? That's basically it. If someone comes in again asking like Susie Jack did, can you please do a challenge? What do you mean about that? What would be a good challenge? If you would want to help me out with that as well, let me know in the comments. I would want to hear. I want to learn. I want to be a good streamer. And a good streamer is obviously someone that's entertaining and gives you what you want. But if I am not a mind reader. I'm a Minecrafter, not a mind reader. Which means you need to tell me what you want. Do you want challenges? What type of challenges? What is a good challenge? How do you make challenges? And back to the main question. Progress on or off stream? What do you prefer? Yep. I'm not gonna mine this entire pickaxe down to nothing. I think it's I have a lot of inventory left, but I don't want to spend the last 10 minutes of the stream, because this stream is about to end for today. Actually, it's Sunday. I have other things to do. It is Sweden, so it's 3 o'clock soon, but we are burning daylight, so but I would want to find at least 1 diamond vein before leaving this underground, but we are bad luck. We are not finding any diamonds, so I just can't help it. I don't want to give up before we actually do that, so. But I also don't want to spend the last 20 minutes of this stream doing strip mining. But a few more minutes. We're gonna give it a few more minutes. Hopefully we're gonna finally find some diamonds. We need to upgrade our tools, so at least we have left stone tooling for now, but we are still not finding enough diamonds, because I mean, minus 57 that we're currently mining on is not iron territory. Sure, if you find a vein, it could usually be a big one, but that's not why we are at this depth. If we are hunting iron, we should hit like Y level 16. I think it's the best location for iron. But then we can go caving instead on that cave we have on Y level 0, because it has at least 16 blocks until it hits the ceiling. So we probably can find a lot more diamond and other fun stuff, redstone, and maybe even a spawner if we go exploring that cave. But as I have said so many times now, I would want to have some armor on me before I go caving, because we're gonna meet a lot of resistance. I don't want to end up dying anymore. I've been a little bit uncareful. I haven't really paid attention and caring if I die, but then I just like realize, oh no, wait a minute. We need level 30 to even get the level 3 enchants. And I've been saying that we should prioritize to get Fortune 3 as soon as possible. That's also why we're currently breeding cows as crazy. And that means that I should stop being that uncareful when playing, so I keep losing the levels. I mean, I had above level 30 and then I died. But now when we have started breeding cows for leather and we have planted 24 sugar canes, which should transform to a stack of sugar canes when they reach their 3 height that sugar canes does, we should have enough paper and leather almost for our 15 bookcases. But then we need diamond, because we need 2 diamonds, right, for an enchantment, or is it even 2 diamond blocks? I can't remember. Whoa. What's that sound? Is that the Minecraft sound for like, now you're close to stronghold? I've never heard that sound before. That was scary. Does it mean something? Do you know? If you know, do that sound mean something specific? Or is it just when they are shifting music or whatever? But I've never heard that sound before, and it sounded a little bit scary. So, is that like the sound, universal Minecraft sound for you're close to a stronghold? Or is it just scary sound? That means absolutely nothing. Redstone, which means we need to put up a torch so we see what we are doing. You can never have too much redstone, so it's always good to find a lot of redstone early on, because then we know that we have enough once we start to do some redstone contraptions. And I think my first use... Oh, diamond! Finally! Yay, 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 yay! Here we go! Let's not get lava in our heads as well. There we go. There it is. And I mean, they can be diagonal. So we should also mine up a little bit of a... to ensure that we haven't missed any veins diagonally from where we found them. But finally, some diamond. Yes! And that's... Oh, let's pick it up as well, in case we hit lava. And with that said, I think that's nice timing, because our pickaxe is more or less out. And we don't have any more pickaxes with us. We actually found a diamond, finally. So I think we are very close to a very nice place to end the stream. So as soon as this pickaxe is done, so are we. That's when this stream is over for today, and that's gonna conclude the episode 5. And there we go. So I'm actually gonna end the stream down here, so you don't have to sort of watch me running all those levels up onto our base. So this is me. Hello. Thank you very much for watching. Tack, as we say in Swedish. Tack is thank you. Until next time. Bye. Hej då.